Good afternoon, YouTube man. Always George Page, aka the Emperor of Female Badminton Talk, coming to you live on YouTube. Well, folks, we got a couple of shows this weekend. I mean, it's a busy weekend for bodybuilding, but today there's a show going on, and it's supposed to go on later this afternoon. And that is the Daytona Pro Am Championships. Now, this show's been around for a bit, but we don't talk about it because the fact is that it doesn't have women's bodybuilding, and at the time I was just exclusively just doing a lot of women's bodybuilding. But then I really started delving into the shows that do have women's physique in it. It does have women's physique, but it's mostly for a good while was a master show. But this year, it is now Olympia qualification show for women's physique. And like I said, it doesn't have women's bodybuilding, but it does have women's physique. So, I know some ladies who compete in the show. Some I have interviewed, some I have become friendly with. And that's why I want to talk about the show. So I'm going to go through the names, and because a lot of these ladies are going to be, you hear them again or some other time like that because they're doing both. Since it's a master show, there's master's class 35 plus, 40 plus, and 55 plus. So that's a lot of ladies. I mean, it's a deep well. So we're going to go through some of these names. Some you might recognize and some might not. But you can have a surprise in one of them. Here we have the list. And this is for the women's open class. A lot of ladies, some of the ladies I've seen compete this year. Some have competed in Olympia, even the Masters Olympia. Some just competed no more than a couple of weeks ago. But, this is a good lineup. This is truthfully, there's another show going on, which is the Arizona Pro, which is this has physique and the other divisions in it. And, I'm surprised some of these ladies didn't do that show instead of doing this show. But, it's about time and everything else. I don't know. But, but like I said, it's just so much stuff. And here we have the ladies who are competing in over 35, over 45, and over 55. And, like I said, a lot of these ladies are familiar. And they've been active quite a bit this year. Now, first on the lineup here, we have Miss Andrea Alonso. I don't know much about her. She's a local girl from Florida. So, this might be her debut as a pro. Next up we have here is Whitney Armstrong. She's from my home state of North Carolina. As you know, Whitney, competed at Olympia last year. And she won her Olympic qualification in I think in Fort Lauderdale. The show there was I think it's the Atlantic Pro when she won her first Olympic qualification. She wasn't bodybuilding for a good bit, but she switched back to physique. So we see how she can do this show. Here we have Miss Landria Balin. I actually met this lady at Savannah last year. I went to go see the Savannah Pro. She took a picture with Lita Popa, and I talked to her. I should take a picture with her too. I didn't think about it, but But here next up we have my dear friend, the lovely Miss Jada Beverly. As you know, she's making a return, this time in physique. And I think it's a better division for her. Last year, she competed at the Indy Pro. It was the first and only time for women's bodybuilding at that show. She had a little setback. She wasn't feeling well. And then she decided to take some break off. But I thought she was just going to go ahead and just take the whole, maybe next year off. But she said she wanted to compete. So let's see how she does. She really has a impressive physique. I hope she brings in conditioning and maybe enough to qualify for the first Olympia. Next up, we have Marisol Cruz. And I think she competed last year. She also did the Atlantic Coast show. And I believe she also did the Puerto Rico Pro. And she's originally from Puerto Rico. So, as you know, this year we don't have Puerto Rico Pro. So she probably wanted to do a show that was, probably close to home for, Puerto Rico's not too, good distance from Florida. But, still, it's probably the closest show she feels there's more opportunity for the qualification. Next up, we have Mimi Solange, or Mimi. She competed at the Ultima show. She's been in Olympia too. So we have at least two women on this list who are Olympia, who were competitive last year's Olympia. She didn't do too many shows. I think she did the Ultima show and the St. Louis Pro. I believe she did the Pittsburgh Pro, one of those pros. I forget because like I said, I'm trying to follow a lot of shows that don't have women's bodybuilding that does have women's physique. But she's pretty impressive. Proud woman from Cameroon, Africa. I hope she does well this show. Next up, we have here Miss Farrah Faulkner. She hasn't competed for a while. This is where I'm surprised that she's doing this show where, she lives in California. I thought maybe Arizona would be a little closer. Going all the way to Florida, but, it's about, she feels like she has a better chance at. But like I said, it's all depending on what the judge is going to think. Here we have here is one Miss Heather Grace. You know, Heather has been a multiple-time Olympia competitor. Also, she just competed at the Master Olympia a few months ago. She was in the top three. She was number four in the top three in the top five of the league. She's number four. Impressive lady, been competing for quite some time. She even while back dipped in bodybuilding for a minute, but she went back to physique. Here we have one Miss Jacqueline Hale. She competed at the World Championships, in Pittsburgh just almost pretty much a month ago, just about. I mean, time is flying. It's already, we're about to start into another month. She looks impressive. I think she competed in women's physique, I think, in 55 and over, I believe. But she's also competing in the 55 over in this show, too. Here we have this new person. This is one Miss Barbara Harris. She lives right here in Daytona, so that's in her backyard. So here's a lady who I've been very acquainted with, the lovely Mrs. Melanie Horton. Now, Melanie, she's doing not just the open show, but also she's doing two of the master's classes. So she's doing 45 plus and 55 plus. Like here we have one Miss Jordan Lancome. I believe she was going to compete at the Texas Pro, but I didn't see her on the list. She might have dropped out of that show. Next up, we have Cheryl Mears, who competed at the Masters show. Also, she competed at the Tampa. She's been double dipping a lot. She was doing both in Tampa and here in the Masters doing bodybuilding, and she's back in physique again. So and she's also competing in 45 and over, and also 55 and over at this show. Here is Angela Norrie. Now, Angela has competed in New York Pro. Me and her been in contact a bit. I didn't know she was going to do the show till I saw her on the list, but she looks pretty impressive. We even talked that maybe, I don't know, Angela looks pretty good, but I don't know, with her height, I think figure is more her calling. I mean, she's tall, and it's hard to get those certain qualities they want to see in physique. Even though they don't want physique to be too much like women's bodybuilding, but still, I just keep saying the lines are getting blurred. Right here we have Cesar Orta. This is going to be her pro debut. Now, she took second in her, she took second overall, but she won her class, which gave her a pro card. She's been competing for a good while, and this is going to be her first year as a pro. Most times some people may take a year or two, all three to develop, make the adjustments to hit the pro time. But like I said, she lives in Florida too, so I think she wanted to see how she does and dip her feet in the waters. Right here we have one Miss Patricia Pazaro. She is from Peru, and she competed at the Daytona Pro just about a couple months ago, this past summer. And so we have here is Laura Vizora. As you know, I did an interview with Mr. Vizora. She's originally from Poland, but she lives in the United Kingdom. She just did the Europa show, pretty much about almost a couple of weeks ago. Impressive lady, great physique. I hope she does bring her condition a little better compared to the Europa show. She might possibly make top 5 or top 3 at the show. Next up we have here is one Miss Heather Rigsby. Then we have here a lady who just turned pro not too long ago, Miss Suzanne Shalika. I'm sorry, I want to mispronounce her name, but I know she didn't interview my man Dave at the female bodybuilding forum. She's been pro since last year, so this is going to be her pro debut. We have here one Miss Tracy Smith Clark, and she's also a local Florida competitor, and one Miss Stephanie Wagner. So she's also she's originally from Illinois, so good way to come. And she competed at the Max Fit show, which is a master show. It's not a pro qualified show. It's a master. It's not a Olympic qualified show. It's a master show. So that means that, as you know, master shows are not Olympic qualification. So it should change that. It should change that. Now, on here we have next up is we have the ladies who are competing in 35 and over. Many same ladies from the previous list. But we have these ladies here are added on. We have here, Cara Baruth, who competed at the Masters Championship. Sydney Flannery also competed. I think she did a show. I believe she did Tampa. Yeah, she did Tampa. I couldn't find the pictures for it, so I just took the show from New York for Texas Pro. She's frigid from Texas, so this is going to be her second show. And we have here one Misty Wise, who just competed also at the World Championships just pretty much about a month ago. I mean, time is flying, folks. Now, we also have the ladies who compete. Some of the ladies who are competing in the 45 plus, Pretty much about the same women in this division, but also we have here one Miss Brower M. Elklod. She's from Kentucky. One Miss Kimberly Golublaski. That's a tough name. I'm in contact with her. She was competing in figure. She did figure at the Atlanta Pro. Now she switched over to women's physique. So, she, depending on how she comes in, and this is at 45 plus. So, next up, we have one Miss Pamela Matthews, who also competed at the Masters Championship not too long ago. One Mrs. Tammy Murphy. She's also from Kentucky, and she also competed at the Masters Championship. Karen Phelps, I believe this is her pro debut. She earned her pro card last year at the Universe Championships, and that's in New Jersey. And one Miss Sabrina Sana, and she's another lady from Kentucky. And I think she's been competing since 2022, and this is gonna be her first show for this year. And then we have here, this is one Miss, what's her name right? One Miss Deborah A. Marcy. She's from upstate New York. And one Miss Melon Sullivan. And these two ladies are competing in 55 plus. Now in this group is Barbara Harris, Melanie Horton, Cheryl Mears, and Sabrina Sana. So pretty much many of these ladies can even if you're 55 and plus, you can compete in 45 to the 55 and even do open. But it's all depending on you. Anyway, they're going to have the master show later this afternoon. And it's also going to have the pre-judging and the finals. So check it out. And also tomorrow will be the open class, which is the divisions which are pro Olympic qualification. So you want to check it out here because here's there's a live stream here, and you can put it in the description of the live stream. You want to check it out. It was too late for you. I think, like I said, the Pro Master show is going to be later this afternoon, so you can check it out. Support these ladies. I mean, I wouldn't watch it, but I'm broke this month. But like I said, this show is a good opportunity for Olympic qualification for tomorrow, and these are just the ladies who are competing in the Masters. So they probably are getting get it up and set up and ready to go. And then you'll see the ladies tomorrow, some of the ladies tomorrow competing in Women's Open. So I wish all the competitors best of luck. I mean, like I said, this is a show that's qualification, one of the only few qualifications left for women's physique for this year, because the Olympics is going to be November, and I think the qualification ends. I wish I had my old partner Jared. He usually begin on this. Qualification ends right about, I think, that first week of October. So and any more shows is going to be that it. So anything after that is going to be for qualification for next year's Olympia. So anyway, wish best of luck to all these ladies and ladies who I do know and follow, who have done interviews with. I wish them a lot of luck on this show. And this man always yours page, aka the Emperor of Female Bobbing Talk. Don't like, subscribe. I'm out.